Oh, didn't even think that the thing would start that fast. Anyway, hi everybody. This is Kay. I just want to let you all know that things are still going good. I did finish my sewing project. My last video, as you can see on the banister over this shoulder, you see my you know my everyday what do you want to say? My everyday throw around jacket that I used to go outside and walk the dog with. I have that one just laying there. But on my last video, it was the panels for the long duster coat that I was making. But to let you know, that's finished. And let me zip to the other side, and you can see the finished product of it. That is going to keep me warm. Anyway, I just want to let you all know that, like I said, things are going good. I did get, I only got, believe it or not, I got one more feedback on my last video, and the person asked me to go to this website. It is called becomeviral.com, and in a way that sounds pretty good, but another way it's like, you know what, I'm dirt poor, I don't want to pay for a site. So I figure I'd just keep going at it, and hopefully it will catch on, and people will, just, take, come to me for advice and stuff. I had a lot of people come to me for advice during the, through my transition and stuff. Actually, I do kind of like a one-on-one with a lot of people on the on their transitions. Give them little things that I've picked up, and where I've how far I've come and what my real goal really was. A lot of them are cross dressers, and honestly, if you're just this is my opinion, if you're just gonna dress up on the weekends and or go out in the cover of darkness on the say like a Friday or Saturday night and go from point A to point B, you're not really into it all the way. You're just pretty much not even skimming the top. To me, that's just a fetish. And that right there, and I have my kitty on my lap now. She was sick all last week. And I don't want to show her too much attention because then the dog will get upset. But anyway, getting back to what I was talking about. I've had a lot of people, why did I do it, and what's my goal, and things like that. My goal is to blend in. I didn't want to, I'm not the type of person that actually wants to stand out. Especially, going like to the grocery store or something like that. I don't want to stand out. I hate to, attract attention to myself, and I just don't. I don't want to. I don't want to lose the confidence that I've actually built up over the years. I think that's my greatest asset right now is to, to keep at it and keep going down the path that I am, even though it's lonely, and I really don't have any hand holding to comfort me to on that journey and stuff. But with me, it's that's just the way my life has always been, where I've done everything on my own, and a lot of it I've learned to use my senses to where I failed at one thing, I've learned from that mistake to where I won't make it again. But you can see my kitty's ears in the bottom there. But anyway, I was like to I was asked this question, and believe it or not, I seen it in somebody else's video where they were asked really the same question, And that question was, um, why did I do it, and what are the pros and cons of it? Now, it's not exactly the same question that was asked to this other transsexual woman, but it's basically along the same lines, where um, the reason why I did it was because this is the way my personality is. It's not something that, you don't wake up one morning and say, well, I feel like being a woman today, or I feel like being a man today. Because to me, if that's the way you feel, um, you're not truly, um, you're not truly a transsexual or a transgender person. You're pretty much just, it's just a fetish to you. But with me, it was it's a, with me, it was a, oh, I'm going to say it. It's just the way my personality is. Um, and it wasn't until I actually, I did go see, seek professional help. And with that professional help, I was able to come to the conclusion of my life is better off this way than pursuing the other avenue as a man, being miserable. And I'm a lot more happier with myself. Um, I'm a lot more lively and more creative. And believe it or not, I'll tell you right now, I have better conversations with females and with women um, on a lot of things. And it's not, I'm not the, say like the strange guy freak that approaches a female, dressed in drag or something like that. I'm not that type of person. I'm more of a friend to them. I give a lot of advice, and I did give a person advice on how to go on a date, how to dress, and believe it or not, being transgender, you are pretty much on the fence where you can view both sides, where you can see what a man thinks and the way a woman thinks. What is a man after as versus to what a woman's after. And these are things right here where I gave advice to a female, and believe it or not, this actually happened last week. She was asked out on a date, and on that date, the guy she was going out with was, I'd say he was like maybe 10 to 15 years younger, and I told her how to dress. I said, when you go out on a date, you dress conservatively. I mean, you can dress, with a nice top on, but don't be too revealing. Because on your first date, you got to leave something for the imagination. Make the man work for it. And she dressed conservatively, and at the end of the night, she actually got a phone call from the guy to make sure she was home. And that amazed her, because the simple fact is the ones in the past, the way she was dressing, the ones in the past, they all just dumped her off, and that was it. Never heard from them again. And she was pretty much pursuing them. Well, now I had, told her how to dress and everything, and this guy pursues her. The second date, I told her to, told her how to dress again, and I said, this time, give him a kiss. It's kind of like Leave It to Beaverland, But the way this dating works, if you want to really find a great guy and one that actually wants to care about you, go at it this way. First date, you dress conservatively. Don't give any mixed signals. Don't give any signals that, we're going from first base to home and never hear from you again. No, it's, you go out on a date, that's the interest. The second, if you get a call from him, to go out again, that's your other date. And again, you dress conservatively, and maybe show a little affection, but nothing sexual. The third date, and I found this out that just by, believe it or not, just by watching people. I picked this up by watching people and listening to what what women talk about, at break time, or what they talk about during their lunch and stuff, what their husbands or boyfriends are doing and stuff like that. And I look at it like, okay, how long have you been dating? Oh, we've been dating a couple weeks. But it turns out he's a real ass. And I made this comment, and I said, the first date you dress conservatively, the second date you dress the same way, but you show a little affection, nothing more. The third date, his real personality will come out. And what I mean by the real personality is the first two times he's trying hard to impress you, to please you, to give you what you want. The third date is when his real personality comes out, because then he's become anxious. He wants to get to home, and you're not going past second base. And like I said, that personality will come out. And his true personality will come out where he's either going to be loving or he's going to be controlling. Now, the controlling ones, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't deal with them. Male or female. If you're going to control me, find somebody else that's not bright. Find somebody else that's got helium between their ears. But with me, I like to have somebody that's equal to me, not somebody that's in competition with me. I want to build something together with that person, and that's the thought that you should have. You want to have a thought where this person's got confidence, this person is, they're confident in themselves, they don't care about what their friends think, they only care about you. And what they want to do is, come at it where, where you two can build something together. And that's the whole key to a good, strong relationship. The foundation is everything. And if you do everything on the first date, what more is there? And that's, that would be my final thought for this. It's kind of like a Jerry Springer show. But my final thought there. But anyway, that's my idea on the whole situation is, if you go from first to home all the way, all the way on the first date, there ain't nothing left. And, I mentioned it, I think I mentioned it in my last video about those in, like, say, a chat room. They want to see skin pictures of you, or they want to trade pics like a baseball card, trade pictures like baseball cards. For some, if you have low self-esteem, that's great. But if you got class and you want to attract somebody that's actually decent, then go ahead, be conservative. Yeah, show clothes. You can trade pics, fully clothed, or just casual like this. This is casual. But anyway, dress like that, and you'll attract somebody that's decent, not the person that's looking for a late night fix. Or I've come up with this idea where those that actually want to see I have my webcam. I don't have a picture on profile, but I got a webcam. Well, that's kind of like a 50-50 deal. If you turn your webcam on and you see them, it's kind of like a 50-50 deal. Are you going to get a decent looking person, or are you going to get something that is going to haunt you for the next 3 or 4 months? So that's my opinion. Other ones, that's up to you. But I am going to close out on this thing right now because, I've been up all, I've had a very long day. But anyway, Everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving and be safe, and I will see you again later.